everybody, welcome back to the Chaotic Little Book Corner. My name's Acacia. Today I'm going to be doing a continuation of my top 5 week, and this next video is the top 5 classics that I plan to get to within this year. So, one of them I already have a plan to group read, and there's another one that's going to be an honorable mention. So, let's just lift the ruby slippers off of it, and then, oh. So this is our honorable mention. This is Edmund Spencer, The Fairy Queen. I will link Paiges and Pages down below, her channel. She and I are planning to do a group buddy read of this book. However we plan to do it, we're not sure yet. This is a 1,000-page long book. I'm horrified and terrified, and I actually know nothing about this, which is why it's an honorable mention. I plan to read it this year, but I don't know anything about it. I'm purely going on the fact that Paige wants to read it, and I'm excited to read it with her, and it looks like Queen Elizabeth's on the front, so I'm game. That's where I'm at. So, next comes this winter. I do plan to read Patrick Süskind's Perfume. This one I've wanted to read for a while. I have not yet seen the film. I prefer to watch the film after I've read the book. But I think Alan Rickman might be in the film, which makes me really want to just get to it immediately. But this one really has my brain kind of going. This has murder in it. This has intrigue, a little bit of weirdness, a little bit of obsession. Like, it's all the things I really love, and chances are the guy's a little nuts. So, you all know how I feel about crazy people. I love them. They are bae. They are right on my level. I don't know what that was. Charles Dickens. This is the other one I want to get to. My first, okay, so I've done Charles Dickens before. I did. I read 2 of them. I read Bleaker House, and I read A Christmas Carol. And I read A Christmas Carol when I was about 15 because I was in the play. And just, don't like it. No. I thought it was good, but like when you're 15 years old, God, I had no interest in that. I wanted to read my other books. I had so many other books on my TBR at the age of 15. I was just a little bit of a brat about classics at the time. My mother was a librarian, so if I ever told her I was bored, she'd try and hand me out classics, so I just assumed it was, like, probably not that good. Shows you what a 15-year-old knows. But anyway, this is A Tale of Two Cities by Charles Dickens. I do remember it from Wishbone. I'm very excited to get to it. That is my reference for a lot of classics is Wishbone, so there is that. And also there's reference to this in one of my all-time favorite movies, A Simple Wish, which is one of the most ridiculous 90s films you'll ever see, but the actress in it, Mara something or Mora, she has her biography coming out, so I don't know why, but I want to read this so I can watch A Simple Wish so that I can read her biography. Don't ask me my logic, but there it is. Anyway, very excited about that. I think in September, if I'm correct, this is Villette by Charlotte Bronte. I will be buddy reading this, or group reading this, with Amanda Center and a bunch of other people. I'll link her channel down below. This is Charlotte Bronte. It's supposed to be better than Jane Eyre, which I find hard to believe, because Jane Eyre has been there for me 17. I read her when I was 17 years old, and it stole my heart. Rochester stole my heart. I have 2 loves in the classic world, and that is Darcy and Rochester, and both of them start off as some of the worst humans alive and then turn into some of the best people. My taste in men is questionable, so we're just going to leave it at that. But Rochester has my heart. I love him, and I'm hoping that this will be a better book for just women in general, because if I could find a Bronte story without a romance, maybe I'll just stop falling in love with the boys. Probably not gonna stop falling in love. Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. I really don't have to say anything about this. This is my most intimidating book on my TBR. I don't know why. It's not that long. It's only like 400 something pages. I think I'm gonna read this around Halloween. I don't know. probably winter or Halloween. But I have super good feelings about this, and I'm very excited to get my hands on it. So I also may, you know what? I'm not going to give myself a date or time when I'm going to read this, because it's just going to be this year, and it's going to happen. The last one that I really want to get to is this. This is The Turn of the Screw by Henry James. I want to get to this before I get to Florence and Giles, which is the first book in the duology of Florence and Giles and the Girl Who Couldn't Read, because this is the book that Florence and Giles is based upon. So, ta-da. Logic. Logic. This is the logic of reading books, which is that you have to read a book to read a book, because if you don't read that book, you might miss something in the new book. Ooh, ooh. That was fun. I enjoyed that song for you. Did you like my song I made for you? I think you should like it. So those are the top 5 classics that I plan to get to in this year, and this is year 2016 in June. So I got like 6 months to read all those. Oh, there's 5 of them. I got 6 months. If I read one a month, I'll be fine. I'm the worst procrastinator when it comes to classics. But we shall see. We shall try. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.